Happy Mask Monday. I put it on ahead of time so you didn't have to watch me struggle getting it open like I always do. This one is, and I totally expected it to be black, it's Volcanic Ash Essence Sheet Mask. Didn't you expect this to be black? I don't know. It's not. And I thought it would be a little gritty, and it's not. It's very juicy and smooth. I'm not sure how long. Usually these are like 15 minutes. Oh, let's see. Does it have it in English? Yeah, 15 to 20 minutes. Let's see what we can do for 15 to 20 minutes. I have some empties for you. Haven't done that in a while. I use stuff like random. I'll use this and then this and then this. So I don't get empties very often because I move it around so much. Okay, what do we got? These two you have seen before. They're my favorite shampoos. Brazilian Joia, Joia shampoo and conditioner. They're really expensive. I got a small one in a, I think it might have been a Luxury Diva box a few months back and really liked it. So I went hunting for them, and on Amazon they're like $45 each. But you can get two for 40 each, you know, the two together in a little box at Sephora for $45, which is still ridiculously expensive. And then I got these two in a Walmart box, and I actually like them pretty well, so I might try these again. Oops, got them upside down. They are L'Oreal Everpure sulfate free, and I liked these, and they were bound to be much less than $25 each. So I might try a bigger size of these and kind of compare them to the expensive ones and see, you know, if I like them as well or almost as well, and they're like a fifth the price. Might have to go with that. I can't find the bottom of this, but this was a lipstick that I liked, but it snapped off. When I took it out, it just broke off. You know, I didn't roll it out too far, it just broke. It was like a red, but I don't know what happened to the bottom, so I can't tell you what brand it was. I liked it okay, but it broke right off. This one too. This is CoverGirl bronzer. It's totally empty because, I mean, it was just sitting there. I didn't drop it or anything, and it just crumbled into pieces. I mean, I guess I could have still used it, but they kind of flew everywhere. So, I mean, it was a nice color. Can't put it on and show you, but I mean, for CoverGirl, which is a cheaper brand, it worked pretty good, but it's just, you know, didn't last. It just fell apart. So I'm not going to do that one again. This I got. It's a shower bubble bath or shower gel for rose. Oh, fine rose soap, I guess it says. Silky Skin Nourishing. I got this along with, I still have one of these here. I thought I'd show you. I got these two together. I got like 10 of these. It was called Shower Essentials, and it was a subscription. But the lady that was doing it decided to retire, and it just went away. Must have been a one woman shop. This I didn't like at all. It's a shimmery diamond dust mineral sunscreen. It says it's SPF 50, but it's such a little roller, and you'd have to roll it on, and it was just too hard to work with, so I didn't like that at all. I mean, I like something you can either spray on or at least put some in your hands and rub it on. But this, you're like, you know, 5 minutes getting it on just your face, and you couldn't use it the rest of your body. You'd have been there all day. This I loved. It's blackberry vanilla, love for Louise, whipped soap sugar scrub. You can see it's totally gone. I like a sugar scrub in the shower to scrub off my hard stuff on your elbows, or I put it on my face. I'm waiting to get another one in a box because you get them every once in a while, and I'm too cheap to go out and buy one when I'm going to know I'm going to get one in a box soon. Last but not least is Bath and Body Works, my favorite. It's a shower gel. And this is, I ran out of this. It's from Christmas, obviously. Just in time to get this one. I got one from my granddaughter. Oh, no, this isn't it. This is the hand and body soap, but somewhere in here is, there it is. I got this one that I need to put in my shower because I ran out of this one and got this one like the same day or the next day. So I've been using a different one, but I like Bath and Body Works as my favorite shower gel, unless something else comes along that I like better. But this one's Snowflake Cashmere, so it's a leftover Christmas one too. So that's all my empties. I don't have a lot. I don't create a lot, which is good, you know. I collect a lot of things, but I don't get rid of anything. What else should we talk about? I found some would you rathers, and I was like, I'm not saying those. And then I found some clean would you rathers. I'm like, I would rather do clean would you rathers. So maybe next week we'll do some clean would you rathers. Today's Monday. On Thursday, a bunch of us are going to upload, and there's 15 of us going to do a collab where we all give something away, but you have to be subscribed to all 15 of us, so you need to go and check that out on Wednesday. What have I got coming? Probably later in the month I've got coming 2 clothing things, Weave Blessings and Nadine West. Since I canceled them and haven't done them in quite a while, they sent me a thing saying, we'll send you a free box if you just start up again. So I'm going to get the free box and then cancel again. I mean, the clothes themselves aren't free, just the, styling fee is free. Nadine West is $10, I think, which isn't bad. But their clothes are creeping up, getting more and more expensive, and they're like generic brands and not that good a quality compared to Weave Blessings, who is similar or less pricing for better brands. So once I started doing Weave Blessings, I quit doing Nadine West. But since Nadine West is giving me a free one, Nadine West, you almost always get a pair of leggings and a piece of jewelry minimum, and then some other things. But I don't always like their stuff very well, so I don't know why I decided to go ahead and do it. I guess just give you guys something to see, but I doubt if I'll get any of it. But we'll see. We'll see what they send me. I have a whole drawer full of leggings, so I don't really need leggings, and I don't really wear them this time of year. This time of year is, I don't know if you can see. Oh, nope. This time of year is short season. I bought a new, I just haven't put it together yet. I'll have to get my grandson to do it. It's a combination tripod, ring light, and remote. I have all 3 of those, but none of them really work very good. This one's broken and the thing keeps falling off. The ring light broke and the clicker doesn't work with my new phone. So I'm just going to start all over, get rid of all the stuff that doesn't work right, and get new stuff. So we'll see how they work, because I'm kind of cheap. I don't buy the $100 ones. I buy like the $30 ones. But I'm hoping that it'll all work at least for a while. I buy the cheap ones and they don't last very long, but that's what you get for buying cheap ones, I guess. What else can I talk to you about? We've only been doing this for 10 minutes. And needs at least 15. I also have my Luxury Diva is coming. They said it shipped on the 1st. Today's the 2nd, so it should get here. I don't know, one month it shipped on the 1st and didn't get here till like the 19th, and it's in Texas. But then the next time it shipped on the 1st and got here on like the 5th, so you just never know. You can't blame the... Well, I was going to blame the post office, but then every time I check, it would say it was ready for pickup, but it just never got picked up. So I guess it is the post office's fault. Or USPS, I guess it was. But anyway, we had a last winter when we had all that crazy ice and snow and stuff that we had. Our local post office, the roof caved in. So we had our mail coming out of other places for a while. So it really got delayed because they had to clean all the snow and the wet and everything out and fix the roof on the post office. So that was crazy. You should see, I don't know if you've ever seen any of the pictures. I mean, it was so cold here, and, you know, our houses just aren't built for that. The pipes were bursting and stuff. There's these pictures of, like, from the ceiling just coming down to the floor. It'd be like an ice column where it, like, broke a pipe upstairs and it just froze as it was dripping down. And it would just be this, you know, 6-foot column of ice. It was just nuts. We like a little snow. We have this hill that's really steep in our yard, and kids can slide down the hill. Well, the adults and the kids, except me. I don't do it. I'm getting too old for that. I'd probably break something. But, you know, they can get on just a sled or cardboard even and slide down that hill when it gets icy or snowy. But we just like it a little bit. That was a little too much. One of those would you rather where it gets really hot in the summer, like 100 degrees, or would you rather where it gets really cold in the winter, like 10 degrees below? I would much rather live in 100-degree heat than 10 below cold. I don't like being cold at all. But I lived in southern Oregon, which it snowed a little bit. That's about the snowiest place I lived in. That's not very snowy, because I kind of worked my way up and down. I was born in Oregon. Then my parents lived in Northern California. They lived in Oakland. Then we moved out to Arizona, and then we went down to the San Diego area. Then we moved back up to the Los Angeles area. So I went down, and then I started back up again, and I ended up, before I moved out here, and eventually, with a little side trip to Japan, I ended up in Sacramento. So I went basically down the West Coast and back up the West Coast with a couple little side trips. And I moved every couple years, all my growing up years. My dad wasn't in the military. We just moved a lot. And then I've been out here in Texas for like over 20 years, which is like a shocker for me because I moved so much. The first 50 years of my life, I moved all the time. And then these last 20, I pretty much stayed put within 10 miles of, you know, my house that I own, that I lived in for a long time, is like about 10 miles from where I live now with my son and daughter-in-law. So I've stayed pretty much put the last 20 years, but before that I moved a ton. So you name a town in California, I've probably lived there or near there. I lived in Redwood City. I lived in Sacramento area, a couple different places in Sacramento. I lived in Antioch. I mean, all these places that most of y'all have never heard of. Those California people have, but the rest of you never have. Growing up in San Diego as a teenager was a great place to be because you had the beach where you could go hang out at the beach, and they had mountains. You could go up to the mountains, and loved the beach. have beach parties, and San Diego's got the world's best zoos, in my opinion. It's a wonderful zoo, and I worked there as a teenager one whole summer as a intern. That was fun. So I had a fun teenage years. Then, like an idiot, I got married at 18. Ended up going to Japan when I was 18. And that was Vietnam years. So the base that we were at had the main medevac hospital for the Vietnam guys. They would bring them out of Vietnam into this hospital in Japan to stabilize them enough to send them the rest of the way home. So I volunteered there for a while, but I'm like 18, 19 years old, and there's all these 18, 19-year-old, most of the Vietnam guys were like 18, 19 years old. They were just kids too. And I just see these kids who's, lost arms and legs and eyes, and I just couldn't take it after a while. It was just too much for my little 18-year-old kid that I was, and I quit volunteering because I just couldn't handle it. It was just too hard. So I don't know if you all remember the Vietnam years, but they weren't treated very well. The returning vets now, we, have people cheering for them, and the returning Vietnam vets, they were more like throwing the stuff at them and spitting on them, and just, they were treated horribly. It was just a shameful period in our history. The way we treated returning Vietnam vets was just bad. Okay, enough sad talk. It's been 16 minutes. How did I even get on that? I don't know. I don't know how I got on that. Talking about living in San Diego, I guess, and getting married young and dumb. But I love living in Japan. I'd love to go back someday, but it's just so expensive. It's such a long flight. It's like, I don't know if it still is, but when I went and came back, it was a 26-hour flight. When I went to Japan to join my husband there, my mother-in-law was like, oh, you have to dress appropriately. So here I am on this 26-hour flight, and she's got me in pantyhose and white gloves and a dress, and she just insisted that I dress appropriately. Would have been a lot better off in sweats or something comfy. But she insisted I dress appropriately to meet her son. And, newly married, your mother-in-law, not worth the fight, but it was so uncomfortable, having heels and nylon pantyhose and all that stuff on that long flight. Ugh. Nobody wears that kind of stuff anymore. Even with dresses, people seldom wear pantyhose. They just wear bare legs. And how often do you see people wearing dresses? Not very often anymore. Pantsuits maybe, but even at work, people don't wear dresses that much. They wear like a nice top and some slacks or something. They don't wear dresses much anymore. I have a few dresses in my closet, but they're mostly sundresses. I have a couple nicer dresses in case I have to go somewhere nice, but I don't ever go anywhere nice. I mean, maybe if I had to go to a wedding or a funeral or something, I have a couple nice dresses for that, but they're just shoved away in the back of the closet because I never wear them. I mostly wear what I have on, like a nice looking, it's a t-shirt, but not exactly a t-shirt. It's got a little extra stuff on it to make it, this one's got a little tie on it. So they're nice soft t-shirty material, but they have a little extra something to make them cuter than a regular t-shirt. Usually wear those and some jeans or some jean shorts or whatever. That's my dress of the day normally. Once in a while I'll wear just a regular t-shirt, but I don't like the high neck on them. I like a lower neck, like this scoop neck or a V-neck or whatever. All right, enough rambling. So I'm going to throw my empties away. Let's take this off. It's been 20 minutes. Ugh. I'm kind of surprised what it is, that it's, it's not volcanic. I mean, it is volcanic ash, but it's not black. It's not gritty. Feels nice. I got these from the new subscription that I have. It's like Baby Face Diaries is what it's called. And for $9.99, I get 4 masks a month. So we're going to try those for a while. It give me 1 each for Mask Mondays. And then just as I use the 4th one, the new set of 4 should show up. So that's perfect. Put these on. It's not sticky. Sometimes when you go to rub it in, get on your hands, it's sticky. This is not sticky. It feels nice. Kind of gives me that shiny glow. I think it looks pretty good. I just need to cover up my dark circles. But other than that, it feels good. So I would recommend these. What brand was this? I think I tore the top off so you can't see. ESFOLIO. Esfolio. Oops. It's right there. Esfolio. Volcanic Ash Essence Sheet Mask. I liked it. Feels good. And not what I expected at all. And as far as my empties go, I liked both kinds of shampoo pretty much, maybe not 100% equally, but pretty close to equally. And when one's probably $5 a bottle and one's $25 a bottle, I think I might try this cheap one next and kind of go back and forth and decide which one I like better, because this is definitely a lot cheaper. I hope you all have a good week. Happy Mask Monday.